Good day, I am William Theo, and this is PTV News Now. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. assured that the Philippines will continue to be a responsible neighbor and will always work to ensure peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. The president admitted that small countries like the Philippines are grappling with the need to enhance security capabilities alongside allies and partners and amidst larger regional players. Philippines and officials from U.S. Indo-Pacific Command had a candid exchange on the regional developments and their critical role in providing peace, safeguarding the international law-based order, and ensuring resilient, sustainable, and inclusive growth. Meanwhile, a deal between Israel and Hamas to free dozens of hostages held in Palestinian territories may be underway, according to a report. Such a deal would likely bring at least a temporary pause to the fighting in Gaza and much-needed aid across the border. VOA's Arash Arabasadi has more.
The Washington Post reports that Israel and the U.S.-designated terror group Hamas are now close to agreement on a U.S.-brokered deal to release dozens of hostages taken by Hamas in exchange for a 5-day pause in fighting that would allow a significant boost to humanitarian aid.
We are not finished. There is not yet a deal in place, and I think it would be premature to conclude that this is inevitable given how close we have come in the past. And I think one thing that I won't do is go through all the outstanding areas in which there are still negotiations. We don't negotiate these things in public, but it is a very high priority to try to get this done. They're making some progress, and we hope that that will be concluded soon so that these people can finally come home.
Israel's military has been conducting ongoing assaults on Gaza since Hamas brazenly attacked the country on October 7. About 1,200 people died in that attack, with what's believed to be around 240 hostages taken, many still missing.
We are hopeful that we can get a significant number of hostages freed in the coming days. I don't want to go into the details of these talks. They are obviously very sensitive. The less we go into the details, the better the chances of such a deal. But they are very serious efforts, and I'm hopeful that we can have a deal in the coming days.
In the weeks following October 7, Israeli airstrikes and ground offensives killed more than 12,000 Palestinians, most of them civilians, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry in the West Bank. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, or UNRWA, estimates about 900,000 displaced people are sheltering in their facilities across the Gaza Strip, a number 6 times higher than their planned worst-case scenario. The World Health Organization reports Gaza's largest medical facility, the Shifa Hospital, is littered with medical and solid waste, with a mass grave holding at least 80 bodies outside. But a recent effort by the WHO and the UN successfully evacuated premature babies to a site south of the facility.
For many of them, it's just, they're thinking about how they provide for their family tomorrow. But increasingly, people are very worried about what does the future hold for them. Where are they going to live? Where are they going to get their children educated? What does the future hold? And that's the big question on the minds of Gazans right now.
The back and forth between Israel and Hamas is now in its 6th week, with only a fraction of humanitarian aid having so far reached Palestinian civilians caught in the crossfire. For them, a pause in fighting could mean the difference between death and life-saving supplies that cross the border. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.
In other news, former United States President's First Lady and mental health advocate Rosalynn Carter has died at the age of 96. The Carter Center said the First Lady died after living with dementia and suffering many months of declining health. She died peacefully with her family by her side. Her husband, former President Jimmy Carter, called her an extension of myself. U.S. President Joe Biden described the Carters as an incredible family for bringing so much grace to the office. And this is William Theo. Stay informed, be aware, get ahead, and get the news right here.